Hello, all you lovely people out there. My name is Deasia Monique, and welcome back to another episode of the Dear Diary podcast. Hello, everyone. How are we doing today? I hope the response to that was good. And, I forgot to do something. I hope the response to that was good. And if not, I hope this episode does make your day a little bit better. That is always the goal here. My day has been going great. Actually, I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about my day, and I am going to get into that because, girl, I had an incident happen to me today, and it was just so crazy but yeah, anywho, welcome to the episode. Get settled in, come on in, and yeah. So, let me go ahead and first get that incident out the way. Let's just go ahead and do that because I need to tell y'all what happened. It was just okay. So listen. So I'm driving, right? I'm doing my little errands. I'm a little cute. I look a little cute. The outfit for the day. I'm doing my little errands, right? And I'm at I'm at an intersection, and the light was red at first. There was a truck in front of me. Light was red at first, and there was this car trying to turn left, and this is a busy intersection, so the light was red and there was space, so I was letting them go, but they had hesitated, and so I was getting ready to go as they were gonna go. So I was like, well, go ahead. And he was like, never mind, I'm not gonna go. So I went to go forward, but as I go move forward, the person behind me honks at me, and I'm like, huh? Girl, I honk back. I think I did 2 or 3 honks. Girl, who are you honking at? Honking is, first of all, in a lot of different places, an ultimate disrespect on the road. So I try not to honk, but you gonna honk at me? Oh, okay, I'm finna honk right back. We could really go at it. My horn works too, okay? But he starts honking at me, and then he gets over into the other lane. As we're approaching the next lane, he gets into me and I'm on the phone with my friend, by the way. We're on FaceTime at that. And I have the phone up to at first I had the phone up to my ear. At first I had the phone up to my ear, but then I had put the phone down when this incident was occurring. But I had picked the phone back up, and I was I saw him switch over, and I was oh, I'm finna stare at him since he wanna honk. I'm finna let you know what's up. And they come forward, and he's staring right back at me. He's head cocked, and I'm talking to my friend. I'm not him staring at me too. So I turn the phone, turn the camera, and I stare at now we both looking at you, because why are you looking like that? And the whole situation just took me out, because it made him giggle, and I giggled after it, because we just two looking people, okay? But why did you even feel the need to do that? I was trying to help a person out, and look what it got me. But my road rage is just another topic within itself, okay? That's another topic within itself, and I am going to talk about that one day, because I feel it needs to be talked about. But today is not the day. No, today what we're getting into is, I had actually just forgotten the topic. That's crazy, but I just remembered. Today we're getting into procrastination. I'm circling back. I was going to do a new topic for this episode, but I felt I need to build we have to build upon, we can't just plant seeds. We have to build upon them. So I can't just be doing a new episode even though I already have 5 episodes already planned out. I'm not going to lie. A lot of them are not going to get done right now, because I was told I need to build upon the episodes that I've already planted, the seeds I've already planted. Speaking of, I'm getting ready. I've been collecting water bottles. I'm getting ready to plant these I'm getting ready to plant some strawberries that are going bad, or getting ready to go bad. I'm trying to get into my planting era. I don't know, so but I'm doing it by recycling. So all these water bottles that I drink, I'm trying to save them, and that's what I'm gonna plant that's what I'm gonna start the strawberries in, and then we'll see how it goes. But yeah, just a little side note. But we're gonna circle back to procrastination, but not specifically just what the first episode was. I want to talk about how I and we, how both of us. So when I refer back to if I say I or if I say you, just know that it's interchangeable. I'm going to interchange it a lot, but I mean all of us. We all in this together. You know the song. You know the song. But yeah, so how we can kind of, I feel like I kind of gave the, like in the first episode, I kind of gave tips, but I also didn't. It was just more like how I'm like, I don't think it was the first episode. It was actually the second episode. Sorry, y'all. Forgot my own order, but that just means I'm getting a lot out there. Okay, so that's why I'm getting confused. I've been getting confused. Oh Lord. But yeah, but of course, before we can do that, I am gonna start us off with a prayer. I do like it. I have decided that I do like it, and I am gonna keep it. So, as of going forward with this podcast, I will be doing a little prayer. So, yeah. No need to bow our heads, but Lord, I would just like to say thank you so much for blessing me with the platform to be able to do this podcast, but also to the viewers that come and listen and enjoy the content and enjoy not only my light but your light, enjoy your words spoken through me, enjoy me as the vessel, speaking your light and speaking your word into this world. I hope that this inspires others to be able to do the same and to be able to share your love and your life with others as is your will to be done. Lord, please give me the tongue, the ear, the wisdom. Please give me all the resources I need to be able to do this episode, to be able to convey whatever message it is that you're trying to convey. Please help me to do so. Untie my tongue. Help me to speak clearly so that your points are spoken and heard clearly and the message is received, Lord. Thank you so much, Lord, for bringing us here today, for bringing us together, Lord. And in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. I liked it. All right. So now let's officially get into today's episode. So I'm not going off of a script, by the way. Last episode I did and I liked it, but I also like not going off of a script. I'm just kind of like, I'm letting him speak through me. Just whatever comes is whatever comes. And that's how the first few episodes were anyway. So I'm going to interchange that as well. So I like doing both. But yeah. So today's episode, basically, now that we know we're aware of the fact that we procrastinate, how are we gonna, like, what are we gonna do to move forward from that? Like, how are we gonna take that problem, and what are the steps that we're gonna take to try to basically break that habit? Because I'm assuming if you're aware of it, that it's not something that you necessarily want to keep in your life. So what are we doing now? What are we doing? That's basically what today's episode is about. So I feel like it's one thing to say that we're aware of the fact that we procrastinate, but it's another thing to be like, okay, I procrastinate, but I'm going to try to do this and add this into my routine so that maybe it breaks that habit, or maybe it doesn't break the habit, but it is a step closer to me finding a way to break that habit, right? And it's like, okay, you can do that and you can say that, but then you have to add in other factors to that. You have to add in other factors like consistency. I feel like being consistent is a big step. Like, you cannot say, okay, I want to break the habit of procrastination without being like, and I'm going to add in the habit of consistency. And once you add in consistency, once you add that into the ingredient bowl, you realize how much you actually can do, how much you're actually able to get done because of the fact that you're remaining consistent. That's something that's just a part of your routine, your everyday life. And because of that, you're able to get so much more done. So in order for you to try to break that habit of procrastination, you have to decide that you're going to be consistent, and you don't have to just immediately be consistent in everything in every area of your life, but you do have to try to start with one thing and then build upon that. Okay, so maybe consistently washing your face at least once a day. That's a doable thing that anybody can get up and wash their face. That's really doable. And if you're saying, okay, I felt like that jumped. So basically, if you're saying, I want to get healthier skin, right? But I know I don't have a consistent skincare routine. Let me try to do that. Let me try to at least wash my face every day. Wash my face and put on some moisturizer. You should also be using sunscreen if you're going out during the day. But washing your face and putting on some moisturizer, that's something doable. You do it once a day at least. You build that, and eventually it becomes a consistent routine, a consistent habit that you do, and it's something that you really wanted to add. And that's the same with taking away stuff as well. Okay, I know there are certain habits that are harder to break than others. Please do not think that I'm neglecting that fact or anything, but I think if you want to break a habit or add a habit, and procrastination is at the root of that, consistency is one part of that puzzle, but it is a big, I'm talking a lot. And when I talk a lot, obviously I have to talk a lot, but when I talk a lot, I forget to like really catch my breath. And so I take like little breaths in between, and I'm trying to learn to just breathe. Breathe. It'll flow. It'll still be there. And it'll actually be a lot clearer because you're able to kind of think a little bit. I told y'all, it's that think before you speak. It was made for me because I do be thinking, but I think so fast. So like everything has to come out fast. But let me take a step back. Let me breathe. Okay. So I'm not taking as many like breaths. Okay. Now where was I? Consistency. But yeah, we know about consistency, but I feel like another part of kind of helping to break that habit of procrastination is having realistic goals. Because again, I'm assuming that you're procrastinating. You might be already procrastinating a goal, right? But what if that goal isn't necessarily doable? It really isn't doable, and that's the reason why you're procrastinating. But if you had created a realistic or doable goal, you wouldn't feel the need to procrastinate as much. I'm just saying. I know that I personally procrastinate when it comes to creating goals, but goals that I know realistically in my heart of hearts are unrealistic. And the only reason why they're unrealistic is because I know that I'm not actually going to get up and do the work that I need to do to get those goals, because they might not be unrealistic. Like I could tell you those goals and you'd be like, that's actually really doable, but like that's doable for someone who's getting up and going to go after what it is that they're supposed to be going after, not someone who makes excuses. It just don't work. It don't go together. It don't do it. So like that's a two-parter, but you definitely have to create realistic goals. You have to create, like, you know yourself. You have to know yourself and know what it is you're truly capable of achieving and actually doing. If you know that you can only do a certain amount of work after work, like, okay, you work a 9 to 5. I get that. But if you know that you can only if you know YouTube is your goal and that's something you really want to do, you can't be like, okay, I'm going to record, edit, and do this whole video after work. 9 times out of 10, that's not going to work for everybody. That works for some people, but that's not going to work for everybody. You have to split up what you're doing and create realistic goals. Okay, so I'm going to start this channel. I'm going to have at least 5 videos up by the end of 2 or 3 months. That may not seem like a lot to some people, but for some people that is, and you never know. And it's just like you break up the steps in between. Create realistic goals, create realistic routines, consistent and realistic routines, right? And you find yourself achieving said goals, and it looks so much better because it's doable. And it's just like, wow, this is something that I didn't even I could actually do. And like, because you're finally putting your mind to it, and not only putting your mind to it, but like putting your mind towards something that you know that you're fully well and capable of doing. It's like, what else can't I do? And then it grows from there. You start small and then you get big. So yes, you have to create realistic goals, but you also have to know that you have to do your part. Once you create those goals, you still have to remain consistent. Everything ties together. This is an ingredient bowl. You still have to remain consistent. And so that goes together. Like, create them goals, create realistic goals, but remain consistent in those goals. Okay. I realize that I've been yapping. And so that means we get into our last and final point of this ingredient bowl, right? So we've talked consistency, we've talked realistic goals. I think it's application. Something in my head is saying application. I think it's application. Consistency, application. But that goes with consistency. It goes with I'm sorry, y'all. I told y'all I do not have no type of notes. So like, I'm really just going off of the dome. It's application. All right, y'all. So we got consistency. We got realistic goal setting. The third piece to this ingredient, this little cake, this little procrastination defeat. Oh, girl, it didn't work. Cake. It didn't work. Application. And application, I think it means, when I say application, I mean going after that. It's like there, but it's not there. Hold on. Okay, y'all, I got it. I'm sorry. Okay. The last and final point, you have to apply and stand on business. I think that's it. You have to apply pressure. Is it apply pressure? And stand on business. You have to apply pressure and stand on business. Even when it feels like you would much rather be doing something else. You could much rather scroll on your phone. You could just binge watch TV, which I don't think there's anything wrong with that unless you're using it as a form of procrastination, in which case then, but you could easily do that. But instead, you choose to do what it is that you need to do to get you closer to wherever it is that you're trying to go. You have to mean it when you say it, though. You have to mean it. Like, you have to tell yourself, you have to remind yourself, like, these are my goals. This is my destination. This is where I'm trying to go. And I'm not letting anything get in the way of that. Not even myself. And I'm standing on business. I said what I said. I'm finna be consistent. I'm finna put together actionable, like attainable goals. And I'm going after it. I'm doing what I said. So I'm gonna drop those episodes. I'm gonna record that podcast. I'm gonna start that music. I'm gonna start that song. Whatever it is, you're gonna do it. Whatever it is, you're gonna do it. And you're like, I'm taking the steps that I need to do to get there. And I'm not letting anything get in the way of that. You have to, it's a mindset thing. Mindset. You have to do, your mindset you have to be willing to change that as well. And I feel like that's easier said than done. I do understand that changing your mindset is easier said than done, but affirmations do work. I believe affirmations do work, and saying certain affirmations, saying certain things do work. And that will be another video for another. I got y'all with that one. But saying affirmations do work, and repeating something as simple as, I am capable of achieving everything and anything that I am willing and able to put my mind to, as long as I let myself do it and I do not let any blockages step in my way. That felt like more of a prayer, but affirmations can be prayers too. Say it, repeat it, get a prayer book, write it down on Post-it. I have Post-it notes in my bathroom. I haven't read them in a minute, but like, I have Post-it notes in my bathroom. I was reading them. Affirmations, just go read them anywhere that put a Post-it note anywhere that you can see it multiple times throughout the day, and just remind yourself, like, I am chasing certain goals. I'm not gonna let anything get in the way of that. And watch your mindset change. You have to be willing to change that, and be willing to stand on that. Stand on what you say and do it, and watch how so much changes for you. Watch how you're able to beat that procrastination. You're able to get those goals done and be consistent in them. You got this. That I'm telling you. You got this. We got this. We do. We got this. Like, we really got this. We have to be willing to want it for ourselves more than anything else. Okay? We have to be willing to want it and to go get it. Like, we have to. That was a lot, y'all. That was a lot. It took me a little lot. The last one, I wasn't sure where I was going with that, but I got it. I got back on track, and I'm glad we're there. That was a good episode. I like that. I really do like that. And I like that we just kind of flowed. We just went where we went, and it felt good. That felt really good, like a good release. And I hope it felt the same to y'all. I hope that we are able to break free from these procrastination chains, y'all. It is a work every day. Every day is a struggle, because it's like, you can be consistent, and you can be consistent and make those, you can make those attainable goals, and you could say you're gonna stand on business, but unless you're actually doing all three and remaining consistent in all three, it's just like, you're not going to be able to do that. And you just have to be willing to work and put that effort into doing that, and it will work. It's not that it doesn't work. We just have to be willing to put in the effort. And right now, today, we're going to say in this video, we're all going to say together, we're going to put in the effort to break free from procrastination. We will not let those chains hold us. They will not hold us down any longer. We are breaking free from the chains of procrastination. Pray that those chains are lifted off of us. They are lifted off of us and lifted off of our brothers, our sisters, our neighbors, our cousins. Just lifted. Let's lift those chains. Let's get those away from us. Let's go after our goals and attain and achieve all that life has to offer. Yeah, I know that was a lot, y'all, but thank y'all for tuning in and staying with me. And I thank you guys so much for inviting me into your homes. And I'm so happy to invite you into mine and to be able to share some thoughts with y'all. As always, well, hold on. Of course, don't forget to check us out on our socials, which are linked below in the description of, I believe, everything that you're listening to this on. I have to check about Apple. I have not checked that, but I believe it's linked everywhere. And if not, I'll make sure that it's linked everywhere. All of our socials and other platforms are linked, as well as any credits, or any info like that. Of course, do not forget to give some feedback, y'all. I want to hear what y'all got to say. I just like talking to people about this stuff. So it's like, whatever y'all want to say, whatever y'all got to say, y'all are more than willing to say it. Obviously, be mindful and be respectful, of course, but please do feel free to share your opinions, your thoughts, or whatever it is you'd like to share. And as always, it is always a pleasure, and I can't wait to see y'all on the next one. Bye.